law firm of Davis and Davis. We're not a real law firm.
Go ahead, grab a beer, a glass of wine, sit back and listen.
Welcome to the Davis and Davis Show, davisanddavisshow.com, and the davisanddavisshow.com for all your merchandising needs. Now let me introduce to you your hosts for the show, Scott and Burke Davis.
I should have had applause after that.
Oh, yeah.
Just thought about that. Welcome to the Davis and Davis Show. This is Scott. That's Burke.
Hi.
What you drinking, buddy?
Same old cheap bourbon that I've been drinking for quite a while. I'm trying to save up money for Put in Bay.
So, I went to Total Wine the other day, and they had a bunch of wine on sale.
Oh, okay. What's
And,
your preference when it comes to wine?
well, usually at Total Wine, they give you samples. So I usually go up to the sample station, see how their stuff tastes, all that stuff. And that's how I kind of make my choice on what type of wine I'm going to buy. I usually buy Cabernets.
Okay.
I do like Pinot Grigios.
Okay. I'm assuming Merlot's in there somewhere.
Merlot, Shiraz. What is?
Burgundies?
No. What is that? The winery in Australia.
I know what you're talking about, and it's not going to come to my mind. So
Yeah, I can't remember for the life of me. It's got the kangaroo on the front of the bottle, but their Shiraz is fucking to die for. The other one that I really like is Apothecary Red, which is a blended red.
yeah, that's the weird thing, man. Sometimes these table blends are exactly what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
They're red, they're dry, they're smooth. You don't have to think about it. You just drink it and it tastes good.
You know, I don't have a specific wine that I like. I like reds, I like whites, I like sweet wines, I like dry wines. I have more of a distinct flavor when it comes to champagne than I do anything else. So, you know, and in champagne, if I'm not drinking Cristal, I'm drinking Moet.
Moet Chandon.
Yeah, it's those are the two that I mean, there are times that I want to spend $290 on a bottle of Cristal. But most of the time it's Moet. Just
I dig the reds first.
mm-hmm.
I know we've talked about this before, but Côte d'Aron region of France makes my absolute favorite red. I dig the Burgundies also. There's another one I can't put my brain cell on too that's also French. Cabs are okay, although in the summertime, I honestly really dig doing spritzers. So I'll grab a fruity white wine and some 7-Up or whatever.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, my wife just picked me up. It is 7-Up Tropical.
Yeah, good stuff.
Some
Did you
rum
get the
or some vodka.
sugar-free or the non-sugar?
Okay. Yeah, I got the sugar-free, yeah. It's not like overpowering. It'd be a great freaking mixer.
No, it's a wonderful mixer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So your Australian wineries, there's Casella, there's NSW Yellowtail Wines.
Yellowtail.
Yellowtail, there you
go. Yellowtail has a Shiraz that just go buy the Magnum and drink to your heart. Shit. I may even bring some up to up to putting, but we'll stop by a liquor store or something. And are your liquor stores open on Sundays?
The dedicated stores probably not, but my ones that are in the grocery stores are. Grenache, Bordeaux. Yes, I like a good Bordeaux.
Bordeaux's good.
Yeah.
But okay, I'm also into Germany. There's I love Rieslings.
Yep.
But during the wintertime, you can get ice wine.
Right. Which is really tasty.
Really fucking expensive, but really tasty. Most of the ice wines that I find are smaller bottles because it's a dessert wine. It's not a sit down and drink the thing. But literally what they do is they leave the grapes on the vine until it freezes.
Which basically is frozen distilling of the grapes.
Yeah.
Like what was that? There is an apple cider, I don't know what you would call it, alcohol. And what they do is the barrels of apple cider, if they ferment and they start to freeze, all the water settles low and freezes, and all the alcohols go to the top, and it's some like really sweet, potent. The only problem is, since it's never truly been distilled, you're getting the bad alcohols in there, and it can give you a hellacious hangover.
Gotcha. Oh yeah. I was telling you what I was drinking.
Oh
yeah.
You went and you looked at some wines.
So I bought some wines. There's a brand that I love this brand. I love to try anything new. Comes in a bottle with a screw top. So I was like, this could be fun. And it's called Dive Bar Wine. And I was like, I'm going to try this. It's a pink Moscato that I picked for the Dive Bar Wine. Took it home. 4 o'clock today. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to put that in the fridge. So I stuck it in my freezer, thinking that an hour in the freezer isn't going to harm it, right?
Right. Sure.
Yeah. Walked in, pulled it out of the freezer, and it is frozen solid.
At least it didn't bust open.
If I would have left it in there probably another hour, it probably would have popped the top.
That's a good thing about having a metal top
Yeah.
wine bottle. It'll just push the top off, and you'll have this
Instead of breaking the glass.
Yeah, it'll look like the abyss with the watery arm coming out.
So I'm like, okay, stuck it into the fridge to let it thaw slowly. And as I'm doing that, I look in the back of the refrigerator. I'm like, holy shit, I've still got that strawberry margarita premix in the back, a whole fucking gallon of it. Like, we're about to do a cruise show. Strawberry margaritas it is. With just a little slice of lime.
Oh, you gotta have a little slice of lime. Just get that, tartness, take the sugary edge off. Hell yeah.
That's not good.
Won't go up the straw. If the straw freezes, the metal straw, like, it freezes to the sides of it. Oh well.
No, there's something in it.
Like bits of strawberry.
That ain't strawberry. Strawberry's not black.
Did you forget to clean your metal straw?
Oh, that's disgusting.
You're gonna die now.
I'm not even sure what came out of that.
Oopsie.
Yeah. Oopsie. Stop that. So,
All right.
So
Get all that black shit out of your mouth now.
I forgot to start the timer too. Let me running. It's okay. We have a long show for you today.
Yes.
So what's new in your life?
This was the first slow day I've had in probably a week and a half. It was kind of a nice change of pace, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. It's been busy as hell. Sam's birthday's tomorrow.
Good for her.
Yep.
I follow her on TikTok and all these other social media sites, and
I don't have the TikTok and I don't get on Facebook, so
well,
but I do have her with Instagram. So
congratulate her for finally making the decision to move on.
it was the right decision to stay here. I mean, till she made real money. Can I tell you Mackie got a job?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So yeah, everything's good there.
Everything is good. That's good because they've got to support you when you're old.
They got to pay off their student loans first.
They both make good money, or will.
Yep.
Congrats, Mackie, on your new job. I had other stuff on my list.
No.
I've really got to break down my lists.
Yeah, I got a couple things written down. Well, so Scott and I were talking off camera before the show started. We had both seen a video. This gentleman who had gone to the last Burger Chef restaurant.
Oh, yes.
And it was a really fascinating because he goes into the history of it, the whole 9 yards. So I went and found a list of some of the fast food restaurants that either started or have their headquarters in Ohio.
Uh-huh.
You care to try and name a couple?
Well, let's see. We had Burger Chef. Wait.
I don't think Burger Chef started here, but it was near here. I think it was Indiana, perhaps. But
it started in Ohio?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know.
Or have headquarters here.
That has a headquarters here would be Wendy's, but Wendy's didn't start here.
It was founded in Columbus by Dave Thomas of Ohio.
Their first, you should look that up because I flipped out the other day when I heard this. Their first store was not in Ohio.
Their first store was not in Ohio, but it was founded here in Columbus originally. Because he used to go to, I was watching the burger guy, like the guy with the white hair who's got the burger place in New York. And he's like a burger historian. And that was, it wasn't the Cheesecake Factory, was it?
No, it was
someplace had
Kentucky Fried Chicken is where he actually started.
Now he went to this place that had little tiny square burgers, and he adopted that for Wendy's. I'd have to go back and find that.
Yeah, he originally started with KF. I watched this the other day. Dave Thomas is his name, and the reason why I was looking up videos on him was because I donate to his charity every year.
Okay.
And I was extremely curious about all this. Then come to find out that he started in the KFC chains, which was where he learned the chain stuff. Then he saw the hamburger, which there's another one, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Do you know that it didn't start in Kentucky?
I think I have heard that, but I can't remember where they started.
Absolutely insane. It's ruined my childhood. But yes, I was reading up on Dave Thomas, and he opened his first store in another state, and I think it was Kentucky.
Could have been, yeah. Let's see, corporate headquarters in Ohio. White Castle has their corporate headquarters here. Donato's was founded and headquartered in Ohio. Bob Evans has their corporate headquarters in Ohio.
I knew that because Bob Evans has had a bunch of farms over by Millersburg and stuff.
Charlie's Subs was founded, and first location was at OSU in Ohio. Piata was founded and has its headquarters in Ohio. Buffalo Wings and WEC, which is now BW3s, was founded in Ohio, and the original location was near OSU. Jenny's Ice Cream was founded and headquartered here. Max and Irma's, Rusty Bucket. Now this one's just corporate. Sbarro just has their corporate headquarters here. Steak Escape was founded in headquarters.
Hold on,
apparently,
Sbarro's
yeah,
is based in Ohio.
No, their headquarters is here. They were not originated here, but their corporate headquarters. And then apparently Arthur Treacher's, Rax Roast Beef, Bibby Bop, and Arby's were all originated in Ohio.
Yeah, those were all Columbus. Lex Wessner's friend started all those together.
But that's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Brown Derby was based in Ohio too, but I think
was it
business?
I worked there when I was dating my wife originally. I thought we still had one.
The one in I want to say Arlington, but that's not it.
Middleburg, Medina supposedly has.
Yeah, Medina's got one over by the hotel that I always stay at when I'm there.
Middleburg Heights, Streetsboro. We had one down here in Canton.
Dude, I cannot remember. Where is Summit Mall? Fairlawn. Yeah. There was one in Fairlawn right on that road by Montrose, just past Montrose.
The Hamburger Hill Road, whatever that's.
Yeah.
Going up the hill on the other side of the highway.
Yep.
Hamburger Hill.
Yeah. Turn at the gas station. Okay. You'll find it. That was one of Grandma's favorite places to go.
They weren't bad.
Probably because
they were not bad.
They had great mashed potatoes.
Good for gumming.
Good for the tonguing. Are those mashed potatoes, Grandma? You need a straw? Do we have to put it in the blender?
Well, the restaurant that my wife and I met at in Thursday's Plaza was across the street from another plaza that had the Brown Derby. So we used to go there to have drinks every now and then. And then I started picking up shifts over there after the dessert restaurant was no more.
Yep. Have you ever watched the Cartier Brothers?
Mm-mm.
Okay, a lot of the stuff that they do is very conservative Republican, but they do some funny shit here and there. And they did a review the other day of this video. It wasn't the other day. This was probably, I think this came out in 2020. And I decided, I should play this for Burke.
Cool.
It's going to be enjoyable.
Okay.
I think. But the Cartier brothers, they're from, I think they're from Atlanta.
Okay.
They're all African American. I don't even know. Well, when you see the video, you'll understand why that's kind of important.
Now, I wonder if that was the group that was having the wedding up on Put-in Bay.
All right. I'm gonna play this for us.
Okay.
And as we always say at the Davis and Davis show, I should make this a regular disclaimer. Comedy is comedy. We are not racist here. But these gentlemen reviewed this video the other day, and I could not stop fucking laughing.
Hi, I'm Tom Michaels, and I want to invite you to my new laundromat, Whites Only Laundry. We specialize in only washing your white laundry, so your linens, socks, and undershirts will look fresher than ever. By focusing just on white laundry, our prices are 25% lower than the other guys. Plus, Get an extra 10% discount by singing our slogan at the register. Hope to see you soon. Hi.
Men Tuesday, get free bleach.
The laundromat that's been in the news, and I really want to apologize. I definitely should have realized that the name Whites Only Laundry sounds racist, is racist, and that was not my intention at all. But we've changed the name and fixed the problem. Whites Only Laundry is now No Coloreds Laundry. It still gets across that we can't wash colored clothes without any of the racial connotations of whites only. Plus, to make up for our terrible mistake, come on in before Friday and you'll get yourself a free t-shirt. Just don't wash it here because it has all these colors on it. Hi, it's Tom again. I'm so sorry. I feel terrible. Obviously, changing the name only made things worse, and neither one of those are appropriate names for a laundromat or any business or anything. But I'm gonna make things right. First, for the African American community, I've installed a special side entrance, so you're definitely welcome in my laundromat. Also, I've set aside separate but equally powerful washing machines exclusively for your use in the back of the laundromat. Although they still only wash white clothes. And this time, to ensure I don't upset or disrespect anyone, I'm naming it after myself. And since my sister just had a baby, everybody come on down to Uncle Tom's Laundromat. Remember, whites only, no coloreds, and blacks enter through a special side entrance.
I've seen that. That's fucking great.
But like, so these four guys are watching it and can't stop freaking laughing. I was like, all right, this makes it okay to laugh at this because it's really funny. But you kind of feel bad about it.
I think on our last podcast, we were talking about an auto commercial. I've got that in the chat if you want to hit that top link there. This is a parody of all horrible car dealerships commercials.
Oh, this is... Oh. I think I've seen this. Let me share.
And there are no quality versions. It's just bad quality.
Fucking checkbook. If you're looking for a new or used car, you want to get fingered, or you want to get butt. Come on down to Funtown Auto. We got the Northwest widest selection of sports and utility wagons. Get out your fucking checkbook. Subaru, Honda Auto, Mitsubishi, Geo Metro, Toyota, Ford, General Motors. Are you fucking testing me? Get your family over here. Get your checkbook. Get out your fucking checkbook. Come on, bring your checkbook. We're gonna finance anybody. Talk to my son Timothy in the finance department. Fuck you, son. No, fuck you, Dad. Fuck you too, son. Get out your fucking checkbook. We will finance anyone. Mexicans, Bigfoot, Koreans, garbage pail kids, hipsters, dead burnt lesbians. Oh, wow. Get out your fucking checkbook. Hey, bring the kids down. I got prizes. You pick a book of prize out of the instant.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna touch your privates. Funtown Auto, located South Rose.
Get out your fucking checkbook.
Oh God, that's a great commercial. There are a lot. There's the Badger. You ever seen the Badger commercials?
No.
Where it's literally a Badger, a used car salesman. It's a Badger puppet in a horrible sports jacket, treating people fucking horribly. Oh God, those are great. And the Trunk Monkeys were fabulous commercials too.
Sorry. Well, you know how I suggest videos for you to watch.
Right.
One of the videos that popped up was Mary Tyler Moore, one of her old shows. Damn, she was hot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Okay. I gotta turn it off. I turned the sound off so Burke doesn't know what I'm listening to. But it was bad. What's that other link?
That's actually just because we both love the song Blue Monday. This is a breakdown video. It's about 8 minutes long, but it's really cool to listen to.
Who's breaking it down?
He's a YouTuber. I cannot remember his name.
Creating music and sound. It doesn't give his name.
But it's great because like you'll see the broken out tracks and the waveforms, and it's worth listening to, man. Yeah, cue it up.
Okay.
Okay.
Mumbai.
How does it feel?
Blue Monday by New Order isn't just a classic, it's a groundbreaking track that reshaped electronic music, blending synthesizers, drum machines, and bass lines into one of the most...
Okay, I don't think I've ever watched any of this guy's videos.
I like it. Apparently it's John
John
Maddox there at the bottom right. Is that his name?
It doesn't say his name. It says creating music.
Well, after that, it says John Maddox. So thank you, John Maddox, for this fabulous video.
Well, I would love to say that I can see that, but the overlay of the controls won't let me see that. Sorry.
Okay.
All right.
Influential dance records of all time. And it all starts with this instantly recognizable bass drum pattern. Now, this pattern was inspired by a well-known disco song, and here are those drums isolated. After the drums, the next thing we hear is this intro synth that fades in, and it's in a rhythmic pattern of 3. This pattern of 3 continues even when the drums and the bass kick in, creating a subtle rhythmic complexity to the track, and this part actually follows the chord changes as well. So this took some serious programming, and here's what it sounds like with just the drums. The synth bass in the intro sounds like it was inspired by disco as well, with those jumping octaves. And when we add the drums, we get this legendary dance groove. The drum breaks and fills in Blue Monday are so unique sounding that they've actually become hooks or memorable parts of the song. And that one almost sounds out of time, but it is in time, and this is what it sounds like with the steady beat of the track. And after that drum break, we're now in the second part of the intro, where the drums and bass become simpler and more driving. And over this driving beat, we have this sequence of unique musical elements layered on top that keep your ears engaged over this extended intro, starting with these echoey drums. This spaghetti western-inspired 6-string electric bass. And this choir. Now, this choir sound has a fascinating history to it because New Order actually sampled it from a Kraftwerk song called Uranium. Now, Kraftwerk created that choir sound with a rare keyboard instrument called an orchestron by Vaco, which was designed to compete with a mellotron, but instead of using tapes, it used optical discs to store the audio recordings. And here's a recreation of the Kraftwerk chord that eventually made its way to Blue Monday. We also have these synth strings that got blended into that choir. Now, it's worth mentioning here that when you have fewer elements, but they're the right elements, that together they can sound huge, because underneath this choir and strings is just bass and drums, but together it sounds massive. And towards the end of the intro, we have these high strings that come in that you can really hear at the very end. And just past the 2-minute mark, we get to the first verse.
How does it feel to treat me like you do when you've laid your hands upon me and told me who you are?
The vocals that we hear in the song have a unique sound to them, and that's because they took this vocal track, added a bit of spring reverb, and sent the signal to a speaker in a recording studio and recorded the sound of that with a microphone.
How does it feel to treat me like you do when you've laid your hands upon me and told me who you are?
Now, I'm sure you heard the harmony part in that one phrase, and this is what they did for the vocals in the song, is certain phrases would have harmony elements, but they were run through what sounds like either a vocoder or a speech synthesizer.
Thought I was mistaken. I thought I'd heard your words. Tell me, how do I feel? Tell me now, how do I feel?
The 6-string electric bass does a bit of call and answer with the lead vocal, and like the vocals, it's performed by a human being with spontaneity, humanity, and a few choice dissonant notes as well. And this is all in contrast to the machine-like programmed parts of the song.
How does it feel to treat me like you do when you've laid your hands upon me and told me who you are? Thought I was mistaken. I thought I'd heard your words. Tell me, how do I feel? Tell me now, how do I feel?
We also have this percussive synth line that comes in around the second line of the verse. Now, on its own, it sounds fine, but it turns out that this part is actually out of time with the sequence. Now, Blue Monday was made before MIDI was established, and in this case, they used binary code to program this part, and it wasn't until they played it back that they realized.
All right. For some of you that don't know, MIDI is a language that allows certain instruments to talk to other instruments to trigger certain events to happen. I could literally build an entire show as far as lights go being triggered by MIDI.
You could also program songs for a computer to play just with MIDI only.
Now, MIDI was not available in the early 80s.
No.
So what he's talking about is they did it binary, which is always a crapshoot.
Yeah.
Is they were off by a 16th note. And as fate would have it, when they added the bass synth part, this accident actually worked, and they kept it. Now, because we can, let's put that part to be on the beat the way it was intended and see how it sounds, and then switch back to the happy accident.
Kind of boring.
You still have the same.
And we
beat,
haven't yet
but
talked about the choruses
Yeah,
in
you
Blue
lose
Monday,
a
and it's
little bit of the
because
feeling of the song.
there are no choruses in Blue Monday. It's got its own unique song structure, which is essentially verses and these great instrumental sections. And to close this breakdown, let's go towards the end of the song, where all of those instrumental parts get layered on top of each other to create this huge wall of sound.
I love music breakdowns like that. Absolutely love it, because there's so much shit you just never knew was hidden in that song, and the next time you listen, you're gonna be like, I want to hear that bit he was talking about.
There's a whole bunch of them on there, and as a matter of fact, Burke just came up with a great topic for a show. Which would be the YouTube channels about music that we think you should watch. And there's several of them that go into these ultimate breakdowns. One of the guys, I can't remember the name of him.
Rick Beato.
Yeah, Rick.
Yep.
Extremely good. Extremely good. I didn't know that he, in the past, was a record producer.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he knows tons of people in the business. Yeah, he was big, not huge, but he was a big dude back in the day when it came to producing.
But
and incredibly versatile. He can play every instrument: drums, guitar, bass, piano. He can play it all very well.
Yeah. I enjoy his channel a lot. Drumeo. We've done Drumeo. We've listened to Drumeo on the show before. Just a fabulous channel if you are into drums. Now there's new ones out. There's a keyboard one that's like Drumeo.
Oh, really?
Where they have keyboardists come in and they have to create the keyboard tracks to songs that are already out.
Oh, wow.
Which was cool as shit when I saw it. And there's several. You can get sucked into these music channels.
Oh God, yeah. Well, if you're into music like we are, yeah, it's 3 a.m. and you're like,
music. That reminds me of something. It's time for Burke's Spoken Word.
Under the pale moon, for so many years, I've wondered who you are. How could a person like you bring me joy? Under the pale moon, where I see lots of stars. Is enough enough? I saw the sign, and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Life is demanding without understanding. I saw the sign, and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to Burke's Spoken Word.
I figured we'd get that out early.
Yeah, no, it went along with it. And the funny thing is, today I was cruising through, I don't know, YouTube or something, and saw William Shatner's Rocket Man.
Rocket Man.
No, he's just sitting there with a cigarette going, 0 out, 5 a.m. It's spoken word, man. It's great.
All right.
It's time for the Davis and Davis Show Motivational Minute.
Hang on a second. Do these all sound a little light?
Possibly.
It's time for the Davis and Davis Show Motivational Minute.
If you are sick and tired of your boss, your co-workers, and your clients' bullshit, then you need to take a sick day. Sick days are not only for the flu. Sick days are also for healing yourself from bullshit.
This has been the Davis and Davis Show.
I think I need to change the category that we're under to educational.
Okay.
We are.
Oh, you're saying the Davis and Davis Show podcast is an educational, but probably. I mean, we're teaching people about music, how to deal with assholes, what is and is not appropriate language.
As well as sexual health.
It's time for the Davis and Davis Show's marital dating and sex tips of the week. When in doubt, pull it out. That's the stupidest thing I've heard today. Instead, stick it in her ass so far she screams in pain. This will remind her in the future to use birth control. This has been the Davis and Davis Show's marital, dating, and sex tips of the week.
See how I emphasize that word tips?
Just the tip?
Just the tip. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got to take a little break here. When we come back, we're going to do the news. And then we're going to get into our show.
Show?
Show?
Pro show?
Pro show.
Faux show.
Faux show.
Faux show.
Uncle Tom's Laundry. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back.
ain't right. Gotta do right. Come on. If you make sure you're connected, the writing's on the wall. But if your mind's neglected, stumble you might fall. Stumble you might fall. Stumble you might fall. Go blind. See through you, see through you, see through you, see through you. I'm gonna get myself, I'm gonna get myself, I'm gonna get myself connected. I ain't gonna go blind for the light that is reflected. Hear me out. Can you hear me out? Can you hear me out? Terrified. Ain't gonna go blind, ain't gonna go blind. Here we go. If you make sure you're connected, the writing's on the wall. But if your mind's neglected, stumble you might fall, stumble you might fall. Hear me out, stumble you might fall. Yeah. Staying alive. Will someone try? Open up your eyes. You must be blind if you can't see the gaping hole called reality. Wanna do it again? I'm gonna do it again. Wanna do it again? Come on, I'm gonna do it again. Hear me out. Sun it ain't right. Here we go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a special guest for you today, apparently.
Special surprise guest.
And it is time for a little bit of the Bob Kansas Show. He's popping in right now. We'll get his audio and video straightened out. And...
Greetings, gentlemen.
Hi.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, now you have to hit a button to turn on your video anymore. It's an
Oh,
update.
wow.
Hey! Hi!
I have seen tits before, but not like that.
And they're covered. You don't want to see my cleavage. It's just here.
None of ours look good.
Yeah, no, nobody.
After 40, we quit taking shirts off.
Oh, yeah. Okay, this is just for a couple moments here, guys. So, hey, what's going on? Hope everything's well. So I just got done with the Put-in-Bay sports car racing, sort of like a monthly meeting type thing that we have. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is the racing committee, and there's much to be talked about. They're organizing this, that, and the other thing. Finances are looking good. And so it's been pretty good so far. And we brought up your names. So, and what this was in reference to is what?
Does this mean that we're going to have to become family friendly?
No, well, you guys are friendly. Hey, look, that's why you're here. So the whole thing is this. I'm being asked to go ahead and do a little podcast radio show thing with a group called it's Lake Erie Shores and Islands, which is a big organization right along the shores of Lake Erie there, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's just a big conglomerate of businesses, events, connections, everything that's going on, and it's just everything's sort of Lake Erie, for the most part, Cleveland West. And they go to a lot of the local home shows, and they were at the boat shows and all this kind of stuff, whatever. They're associated, in a way, with what's called WPCRV something. Anyways, it's a radio program that is WPIB radio, okay, run by another fellow by the name of Craig Pfeiffer. The point of this story is I had contacted Greg and said, hey, look, has anybody ever done like any kind of radio spot, general interest thing on the Put-in-Bay sports car races? And he's like, they've talked about it, but it's never really happened. Would you? And I said, well, would you be interested in having an interview? So this would be a general spot that goes out. Well, I guess Greg got a hold of this Shores and Islands people, and the Shores and Islands people went ahead and said, yeah, we'd be interested. Have me send like a resume over. Well, not so much resume, like a press release, and go from there. And I can maybe do a radio interview on the whole thing. The further point being, as I was telling the committee all of this, I said, well, they're like, so what's this like, a podcast? And I go, yeah, it's just like the Davis and Davis Show podcast. And a couple guys go, the Davis and Davis Show podcast. And I go, yeah, these are the guys that so on and so forth. They dressed up real cool. They were responsible for getting all the pins and everything like that. And a few people shook their heads and go, oh, yeah, those guys. And then the mention was made, well, are these guys in the program? So I said, I don't think so yet.
I'm on the spectrum, but I don't know what the program is.
No, the paper program that they give everybody with all the advertisements and cars and all the events and good stuff. The event program.
Yeah.
So, anyways, what they're and I'm just going to be talking to Sharon, who is back on the committee now. So,
Yay!
yeah, she's doing well, and she's having her challenges. Things are still what they are, but she's been back and forth to the island, and anyway, she's on the committee, and she does all the advertising, and she's responsible for a lot of the stuff on the program. So I'm going to be talking to her. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to have some advertising in there for you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I'm going to need from you guys is that little card type thing or advertisement or something like that, so they could go ahead and I told them, I go, hey, you guys get together every so often, and you guys are constantly talking about the road races, and you make a whole event out of it, or your podcast, for the last couple of years. Telling the committee about this, they were kind of impressed by that because they didn't realize that you guys did all that. I mean, they heard your name through me, and they know that you did the pins and stuff like that, but they didn't have a good handle on who you were and what you were.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to expose more of that to that committee, and then they went ahead and through that, we're saying, well, heck, we should probably have them in the program or something. So
fabulous.
Win-win for everybody, maybe.
If they want to look at some stuff, that you could send them to our website, because I think we've got a whole photo gallery of, we got Put in Bay 2022 in there. There's some other race pictures. I guess we should upload some more Put in Bay pictures, I guess.
Yeah.
Do it. Well, because, I mean, these guys are busy. I don't know how much they're going to look at and how much they're not. It's just, I mean, everybody's kind of crazy busy trying to organize whatever they're doing. But the guy who runs, what's his position called? He's like the race chairman. So he's in charge of all the race goings on during the week and everything like that. And of course, there's a lot leading up to that he's responsible for and looking into and making sure it all runs right before the races even happen. He's the same guy who does the Pittsburgh Vintage Grand Prix.
Ooh. Oh.
Right? Which is, that's a pretty big deal. So, anyways, I'm just throwing out these, I'm just telling you what some of the connections are, so on and so forth. I'm not name dropping. I'm just telling you that there's all these connections out there. So, anyways.
Bob, we've never thought of you as a name dropper.
Okay. How about a panty dropper? I don't know. Anyways, never mind that. So the whole thing is you guys might get a free spot in the program. So I'm going to need some information from you guys, a card, whatever little advertisement you want to put in there. It's going to be a business card size thing probably, and
we'll take anything, man.
Yeah. So and I know that you guys are planning on this coming year and everything like that. Obviously, you're paying for race car parts,
of which we can't wait to see.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I've sent you a few pictures.
Oh yeah,
they're pretty. They're really pretty.
Yeah.
I was half impressed with the discs as I was with the shock photo that he sent. I was like, those are damn good shocks.
Yeah, shocking.
I was like, those are dialable shocks. He can change.
Yeah.
I was like,
load and everything. Yeah.
I don't know what to do with them yet. No, it's just I was sent these videos by somebody last year, and I've always known that the car's a lot bouncier, especially around Put in Bay, than it needs to be. I mean, I was always having a problem keeping the rear on the ground. Well, this guy sent me the videos, and I'm like, ooh, yeah, it looks worse than it feels. And he was comparing it to some other cars, and he sent it to me on purpose, saying, "Hey, Bob, this is going on." And I go, "Yeah, I know something's going on, but okay." Anyways, yeah, we bit the bullet on that and bought the good shocks. Well, they're not the best you could buy. The best you could buy, it costs as much as the car, right? So it's like, that ain't happening. But they should be pretty good. They're double adjustables, and
Yeah, I noticed that it's got compression and release on it, so you can actually control both. I was like,
yeah. Yeah.
So I come from the stock car world. We had Bilstein shocks that were adjustable. You're getting into a whole new world of learning, and it took me 2 years to figure out exactly how to dial those in with the springs that we were putting in.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's going to take some of that and some playing around and experimenting. There's no doubt about it. I mean, between that and the brakes and everything else, this car is becoming more high maintenance. But at the same time, it should be better. That's sort of the whole point. We'll see what happens. We'll see how this goes. I think it'll be pretty cool. It's going to be a heck of a lot better than I had before. That's for sure. And I made up custom bushings, turned them into the lathe, and it all looks pretty snifty. So
yeah.
The
next thing that you have to get is the notebook.
Oh yeah.
And whatever you do with your dial-up shocks, make sure that you mark one line so that you know the turns that you're making past that line.
You think Sharpie's going to be his friend in this adjustment process?
Sharpie going to be very big.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could be very big.
Well, I'll tell you what's really surprising is these shocks are obviously made for a car that's about 3 times the weight as mine. Because they had like suggestions, and the suggestions are like, okay, well, for this type of racing, it's this adjustment, and for the type of racing you're going to do, it's this adjustment. I'm like, okay, cool. So I got him in my hands there playing Johnny Armstrong, and the adjustments that they were having for the car, and no, it was like, just they don't know. There's no shot.
You're writing on cement blocks.
Yeah, it's like, forget it. So it is gonna have to be very experimental, because I'm not going to be able to go to what they're suggesting whatsoever. But it's a completely different car, and it weighs a third of the weight of some of the other cars these things are being put on. But this is what's available. I mean, you just can't go buy adjustable tube shocks for a 1960 Austin Healey Sprite. You got to figure something out and make it do. So that's what we're doing.
So what you need from us basically is the Davis and Davis logo, the blue logo that we have, and
yeah. Oh, and a decal, which I've been waiting months for.
Waiting for 2 years.
Yeah. Okay, but never mind that.
It's in the mail. Don't worry, it's in the mail.
Yeah, give me some information that I can end up giving to Sharon, so she could go ahead and do something with this, and I'll let you know what she's completely willing to do. But yes.
All right.
Very cool.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Well, I'm gonna continue on with the rest of my evening here. I was just trying to tell Burke I didn't know you guys were recording. Cool.
Are you guys in are you in a hotel room?
No.
It looked like a hotel room. I was like,
no. But I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, man.
All right, Bob. Good seeing you.
Bob Kanza from Southwind Racing, ladies and gentlemen. Driving.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, by the way, Saffron comes in 2 colors. It comes in yellow and red.
Quit giving him grief.
No, he gets to keep Miss Saffron now.
Oh, okay. It does come in yellow. Okay.
It does come in yellow.
Okay. Beautiful.
Absolutely. Talk to you guys later.
You have
All
to
right.
be
Have a good
Indian
night.
to snort it, but all right.
Oh my Lord.
Hey, Burke.
Hey, Scott.
And now Scott Davis with the Gaza Strip update.
They're still fighting.
That was Scott Davis with the Gaza Strip update. This is Burke Davis with the Ukraine War Update.
They're still fighting.
That was Burke Davis with the Ukraine War Update. And now here is Burke Davis with the Travis Kelce Taylor Swift Update.
They're still dating.
That was Burke Davis with the Travis Kelce Taylor Swift Update.
It's time for Scott's Shingles Update.
Below the balls now.
Getting them news stories out, the important ones that people want to know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
I just noticed Burke's new name. How you doing, Bruce?
I believe it needs more cowbell.
That's okay. If you notice, I got a new name myself.
Scratching them balls.
Shingles. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
It's not like herpes, but it will go away.
I'm all scared now. Like, if we're gonna have to detoxify our podcast,
Bite your tongue, young man.
I know that only 11 people listen, but
okay, when we do the Put in Bay podcasts, we'll try to be a little more PG-13 than normal. That way people can listen to that and have all happy. But we should do a NSFW rating that we send to Put in Bay with the logo, just to be on the safe side. Like slightly NSFW podcast. That way they'll know what they're getting into.
Yeah.
We warned you.
Yeah. And there's several good reasons for that, like...
It's time for the Davis and Davis Show's marital dating and sex tips of the week. When in doubt, pull it out. That's the stupidest thing I've heard today. Instead, stick it in her ass so far she screams in pain.
Yes. Totally safe for work.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
I could see myself in a cubicle.
Remember the dad joke I told when your wife and mother-in-law were in the room?
Which joke was that?
What's the? Oh, let me think. Hold on. What's the difference between anal sex and a refrigerator? The refrigerator doesn't fart when you pull the meat out. Oh, your wife was like,
rub roll.
Oh, my goggles.
The Davis and Davis show ends in 4 hours. DFW ground stop due to thunderstorms, apparently.
Oh, really?
Thunderstorms right now.
We had some hellacious wind here the other day. We were like sustained 20-mile-an-hour gusting to 45 there for a while. It was a little blustery.
Was it bad?
It was bad.
Everything all right?
Yep, 2 corpses. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Should we try to get on with the show or?
Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit drinking.
Let me get my list out.
All right, I'm gonna send you my.
Oh, did you see that? Oh, you missed it.
Davis Show is recording.
No, the one right before that. I actually have one of the apps on the Tidbit shows you what color lights are shining on top of the Empire State Building, and if there's something special going on. Like right now, they're all red.
Oh,
right now they're all red, and it tells you in honor of National Red Cross Week, they've turned the top of the Empire State Building all red. I thought that was cool as shit.
Interesting. I wonder if there is a cam for what's the tower in Cleveland? The
Terminal Tower.
Tower cam Cleveland. Terminal Tower, Cleveland, Earth cam. Apparently there is.
Well, there you go.
And it is from the terminal tower. It's not looking at the terminal tower.
Right.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. It's all pretty and dark up there.
You
Anyway,
got some weird hum going on behind you. Is your fan on?
yes. Let me try and turn that off.
Wait.
You did better?
It's a little bit better.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
sound
it's getting a little loud for some reason.
You sound a little echoey, like your mic was pulled back far away from you.
That's pretty close.
Yeah. Maybe you should eat it. I eat mine. Hello there.
If I do that, I blow out the microphone. It's just my voice sounds horrible.
My
as I whisper.
voice sounds horrible when I eat the microphone.
Unless I get up real close and whisper like a sexy bitch. Anyway.
And this is how Bert got laid when he was young.
Yeah, that was just it. I would whisper into girls' ears. That was it. That was it.
He doesn't even have to move his tongue when he's down on that roast beef. He just hums. The reverberation from his voice is enough.
You like this, don't you?
And if you were doing that into Gorlock, it would be like, you like this, you like this, you like this, you like this. Don't you? Don't you? Don't
this,
you?
this.
And then all of a sudden you'll hear something like, help, I'm stuck. Bob, where the hell have you been? I haven't seen you in 2 weeks. Got rope? Can't crawl out of this nasty thing. I've been eating Arby's for 2 weeks. This is why you can't take me to a bar.
Putting Bay people are going to listen to this and go, oh, hell no.
All except for the ones that know Gorlock, then they'd be like, oh, hell yeah.
Oh, we get it now. Yeah.
Oh. But another podcast that Bob can't play.
In mixed company. Well, his kids will love it, but yeah.
All right. So how many choices do you have?
I just have the 10.
Oh, okay.
And honestly, they may be in backwards order. I'm not quite sure. But they're in no particular order.
Mine are in a particular order.
Okay. You're better than me.
I have 12.
Oh, okay. Well, why don't you...
Because usually Burke works harder than this, but... This... And some of these cruises... Okay, so everyone knows what we're talking about. I said, hey, pick the top 10 cruises you'd like to go and do. On my list, I have 12. Don't care about that. I've got 2 runner-ups.
Okay.
But they're not just based on the cruise Some of them are because of the cruise line itself. And I'll explain it as we go along, because there's definitely
I'm there
some
too.
choices on here where I sat back and I went, the history is something that intrigues me to the point of wanting to do this.
Yeah, the destinations were, I think, my driving factor, but then I in doing this, looking at this, I was like, oh, there's one cruise line that I think I would, because it dominates my list, this one particular cruise line. So
Really?
yeah, we'll get there.
God, those were,
you want to do your runners up real quick then?
All right. You're gonna have to look this one up.
Okay.
Let me move some stuff around here because I want to have my Windows screen or internet screen on a big monitor, not my tiny little 17-inch monitor. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, like I said, some of these I picked because of destination. Some of them I picked for selfish reasons, like places I wanted to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because a certain ship goes there and I want to go on that ship.
I honestly didn't even think about the ships themselves.
Oh, really?
Yeah. One comes to mind all of a sudden, but yeah, okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I have two runners up. And one of them is on the cruise line Silver Sea. And Silver Sea mainly runs over on the Pacific. They do a run from Alaska to Tokyo.
Oh, wow.
And this is the run that I would like to do. There are several reasons for this. First off, Silver Sea, everything is all inclusive on their boat. So your food, everything. It is a bit more expensive, but Tokyo is a place that I've never been that I've always wanted to go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I love Japanese food. There's a lot of reasons to go to Tokyo. The second thing is these ships are smaller, and there are, I do believe, 700 passengers and 500 crew. So that's almost one crew person.
Damn. Yeah, that's intense.
So you're getting the most luxurious of treatment while you're on this ship. So with the Alaska to Tokyo, a couple of points. You will have, I think it's 4 days of just being out to sea. So you have the time to explore the ship on those days.
Enjoy the amenities.
Yes. The other days, one of the stops that they have where they have disembarkation and you can go visit stuff is Dutch Harbor. And if anyone knows me, they know that I am a Deadliest Catch fan.
Oh, that's cool.
Huge Deadliest Catch fan. So you can leave the boat and tour Dutch Harbor. Which is why I was like, no, I got to do this. I got to do this. This would be so much fun.
Dude, that's way the F out on the Aleutians. Holy cow.
Yeah, I think you start in Seward. And you come out of Seward, go down to Dutch Harbor. And then you go from Dutch Harbor to Tokyo.
Because it's not that far.
Yeah. I was like,
that sounds wicked cool.
All right, so like I said, you have Michelin star restaurant on board Silver Sea. everyone knows I'm a foodie and I cook. The other thing is that all of the rooms are suites.
Oh, wow.
So you're not, I mean, yeah, it's not the biggest room in the world. It's a cruise, guys. The whole luxury thing of one having a butler on every floor and being able to be served in your room and stuff like that, especially on your 4-day out to sea. Yeah, I want to get up. I want to have my eggs Benedict and fucking be in my bathrobe.
Maybe even eggs Florentine. Ooh.
Oh, eggs Florentine would be good.
Yeah. That's day 2. Anyway,
so that was my number 12.
Nice.
My number 11.
Uh-huh.
This one is on Royal Caribbean.
Okay.
Which I'm not a big fan of Royal Caribbean. But I am a big fan of Royal. It's a love-hate relationship. It really is. This ship will sail out of Vancouver.
Ooh.
And it is going to one of my favorite places in the Pacific called Hawaii.
Oh, wow.
So here's another one where you're traveling a long time.
Yeah.
This is done on the Anthem of the Seas. I'm really getting, these glasses are not fitting right.
Mine don't either.
So it's a 9.
Jesus, that's a big boat.
9-night cruise on one of the largest ships that they have. And get this. For a balcony, it's only $8.59 per person to go from Vancouver to Honolulu, Hawaii.
That's like airfare.
That's like
That's
airfare.
Awesome. Holy shit.
I was like, hold on. That's what it cost me the last time I went to Hawaii to fly there.
Wow.
And I flew from LA to Hawaii, not Dallas to Hawaii.
They have bumper cars, roller skating. What the? A bionic bar, a bar with robotic cocktail servers, a casino. Holy shit.
And it's, I mean, like I said, it's a big boat.
And that's only a 10-year-old boat too, which is relatively new. And 2015 is when it was launched.
Yeah.
It is a quantum class vessel. That sounds very much like Star Trek, which is fine with me. North Star observation capsule offering panoramic view. Interesting.
Okay, so the capsule is actually kind of cool. It's a cool thing. It is on an arm. You get raised up about...
Oh, shit. I'm looking at the picture of it. It's like a fucking... Holy shit.
Yeah, it's something like...
It's 80, a crane.
80 feet in the air that you go above the boat.
The top... What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12 decks above the deck of the boat. Holy crap.
Oh, heck yeah.
And it's easily as tall as those. It's 12 decks of boom. Jesus.
And the other thing about Royal Caribbean that I like is they're all-inclusive. Well, I don't want to say all-inclusive. They have a drinks package that you can buy. You can also buy a foodie package. Yes, these are additional costs. It's going to take you up over $1,000 per person for the trip. But the fact is that $1,000 is what you would frickin' pay to fly to Hawaii from the States.
Wow.
And that's just because the landing fees in Honolulu are so freaking high. Automatically $200 out of your flight fare goes straight to Honolulu.
Jesus.
So
already then. Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing here in Dallas. The landing taxes here in Dallas are so fucking high. You cannot get a flight anywhere out of DFW Airport under $100.
I think I saw a small YouTube video about a Cessna landing at DFW. I was like, what did it cost me to land here? And it was like, yeah, it's like ungodly amounts of money for a freaking Cessna.
Yeah.
Like not including the gas. He was in the $500 range to land and take off. I'm like, oh my God.
All right, let's see. That was my number 11.
Alrighty.
I am going to go and let Burke begin with his number 10.
And I have the link to this website in the chat if you would like to look at it real quickly. Actually, I'm going to pop that up for myself.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I did not have this on my list.
Polar Latitudes Antarctica Cruise. And it's a smaller boat. It's not that luxurious because these boats have to be built to get from South America to Antarctica, and that's one of the most brutal seas to try and cross. So this is a really industrial, heavy steel boat, but you have a very good possibility of seeing humpback whales. You will see penguins. You will see leopard seals. You can do an overnight sleep out on the ice in Antarctica. You can do a polar plunge. I don't dig the cold, but I would love to go to Antarctica.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that would be freaking awesome.
Yeah.
But that was my first pick right there. And I've seen this. The reason I know of this particular one is Kara and Nate YouTube channel, where they're just a traveling channel.
Yep.
They did this and it just looked fantastic. I mean, you're taking these big inflatable Zodiac boats and cruising around the inlets of Antarctica, and you're like 6 feet away from freaking leopard seals trying to eat penguins. It's like, this just looks totally awesome. I would love to go do that.
Totally bum diggity.
I don't know that I would do the polar plunge per se, although I probably have enough insulation. It would be okay. But anyway, yeah, that's my number 10, I guess. I'm going to have to do this backwards, aren't I? It was the first one on my list, number 10. Anyway, so what's your number 10?
I'm not going to send you links.
No, you can pop them on the screen because you're sharing.
Yeah, I'm trying not to share this time. I sent you a link. How about that? This cruise is on Holland America's Koning. How do you say that?
I'm trying to look for it.
Koningsdam ship. I hope that's right.
Yeah, yeah. Koningsdam. Yep.
It departs out of San Diego, and you end up in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. This is the Panama Canal trip, but there are many Panama Canal trips that you can take, many of them. I chose the 17-day long one because of the itinerary. Well, listen to this.
Crap.
San Diego, day 1. You are at sea for days 2 and 3. Day 4, Puerto Vallarta.
That is Puerto Vallarta.
Oh my God, I'm pulling a stick out of my ass, or maybe that's day 5, days at sea. And I'm only saying Puerto Vallarta because that's the way they said it on the Love Boat. So,
oh, well, it must be right.
If you have a problem, go call Captain Stubing.
Huatuco.
Mexico.
For the
for day 6, of which what goes on? I don't know much about that place. Situated on Mexico's Pacific coast in the state of Oaxaca. It has 9 bays, 36 beaches, offering more than enough opportunity for fun in the sun. Okay, so this would be a good day to go hang out on the beach.
Yeah, good beach time. Yep.
So the next day comes a day at sea. No,
Puerto Chiapas.
Puerto Chiapas.
Yep.
Which I think that's a bay as well.
It looks like a really pretty city. There's a really pretty picture of probably a church there.
Oh, wow.
Ruins, Mayan something discovery.
That's
wow.
okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. They had me at coffee. But actually, probably the next one is going to be better coffee, which is Puerto Quetzal?
Yeah.
Quetzal?
Like pretzel.
In Guatemala.
Yeah, that's going to be some good coffee there.
It is Guatemala's largest port on the Pacific side. There is not a great deal to see and do in this town, and visitors should adjust their expectations accordingly. Yet, I bet you $5 you'll be able to get good coffee there. Day 9 is going to be a day at sea. Day 10, Punta Arenas.
Puerto Caldera in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Passports required.
What do you know? Costa Rican coffee is going to be good too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, this is going to be a good coffee trip. Day 11, day at sea. Day 12. Your passage through the Panama Canal.
Here's what I tried to find one that did the Panama Canal and Galapagos, and I couldn't find it, so I just gave up on it. Just like, damn it, I should have looked at this one.
Man, I thought about Galapagos, but it didn't make my list for some reason. Passage through the Panama Canal is something that is super expensive. But it's still like a wonder of the world.
Yeah, it's a bucket list item. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, in my time of growing up, we still heard and knew of people that had relatives that died building this.
Yeah.
So, just a bucket list to see this marvel that man created. After that, you go to Aruba, the Bahamas, and you end up in Fort Lauderdale.
Nice.
Just a great way to travel from the West Coast to the East Coast. Dirt cheap, too.
No doubt.
Dirt cheap, too. Inside stateroom is $18.44 per person.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Which, Lord knows, Scott's not going to go on an inside room. All right, sir. What is your number 9?
This is called the boat, I believe, is called the Celebrity Constellation, and this is getting into. Oh, I'm so sorry, I did not.
You didn't put a link.
Oh, hold please. Copy and paste. There you go. So, I believe this is. So we were talking about a transatlantic crossing, and there's one from New York to Ireland or Britain. I can't remember. There are others, and this is a Spain to Bermuda transatlantic. And the Celebrity Constellation, I believe this is Inaugural date 2002, occupancy 2184. So this is a bigger ship, but yeah, I love this itinerary. One way from Rome to Tampa. You go through Rome, Cartagena, Spain, Malaga, Spain, Ponta Delgada in the Azores Islands, which I've always wanted to go to the Azores, the Royal Naval Dockyard in Bermuda, Nassau, Bahamas, and then on to Tampa, Florida. And apparently this particular, let's see. Oh, I can't find anything. I think this is, yeah, I'm like, an inside cabin is $1,200 per person. Ocean view is $15. Verandas damn near $2,000. The suites are sold out. Holy crap. Yeah. But yeah, you go from, you're in the Mediterranean, you go to, oh no, our time is up. But if I got to do the Atlantic crossing, this is be the one I would want to do.
All right. What number was that of yours?
That was
8.
That was number 9.
Perfect. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got to take a little break here, and I didn't pee in the first break, but now I have to. All right, so when that started, I was thoroughly expecting to hear Tom Sawyer. Welcome back.
Hi, everybody.
That was
So
a
the
long
other day,
song.
yeah. So the other day, I had a hankering for some bread and butter pickles, the sweet ones.
Yeah.
And I thought, wonder what would happen. 'Cause a kid at work had pickled some jalapenos. I'm like, I wonder if I can just throw jalapeno slices into this stuff here. So I got about 10 jalapenos. I roasted maybe half of them and did raw the other half. And I cut out the centers with most of the seeds. Some seeds got in there, threw them in there. The roasted ones sucked up the flavor immediately, but they're kind of mushy. But oh my god, they taste so good. And the fresh ones, they probably need another 4 or 5 days in there to soak up the flavor. Oh, they are so good. It is. Oh my god. If you got pickle juice, chop up some jalapenos, get rid of most of the seeds, throw them in there, let them set for a week. They're fantastic. Holy crap.
Look up Famous Dave's spicy pickles.
No, we have those. That's kind of what these are like, but jalapeno slices instead.
Yeah, but
we had those on the trip last year.
But I just buy Famous Dave's.
Yeah, but this is like homemade. Like, if you're going to have pickles anyway, just save the juice, throw in chopped jalapenos, boom, you're done. It's great. Ooh.
All right. So I'm on my number 9. Essentially. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. It's on Celebrity as well.
So this is the WinStar line, if I recall.
WinStar?
I think that's the name of the, yeah.
The boat that it's on?
No. The cruise line, I believe, is called WinStar, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look this up. Hold on. WinStar Cruises.
Yeah, that's not what I sent you.
Nope. Okay. But yeah, this is the same cruise line as my last one.
Which one did I send you? Yeah, Celebrity.
Yep. And the Celebrity Apex ship, because they have a bunch of different ships.
So, part of this is because of
the boat.
The boat. The boat's a big part of this one.
Yes.
This is the Celebrity Apex. Its sister ship is launching here in 2025, but I don't think it's out yet. This is the second newest boat, but it's the boat that they've changed everything on the ship, how it's laid out, all that stuff. Now, the reason that I like Celebrity Cruises is because it curtails a bit more towards the adults.
Yes.
Than kids. I just choked on a Dorito. So that to me is a positive. Celebrity also has a package that goes along with their suite packages that gives you a bit more of the luxury side of life. They also have the room that is called the Retreat, which is to frickin' die for. Now, I will say that it's $31,000 for this cruise, but that's okay.
Believe it or not, that ship shows up for my next one.
This cruise starts in Southampton, England. It goes to Copenhagen, Denmark.
Ooh.
Which excites me. And you're there actually for 2 days. You arrive at 2 p.m. and you don't leave until the next day at 1:30. So you can have a true Danish breakfast, the whole shebang. It goes to Stockholm, Sweden. Helsinki, Finland.
Ooh.
Tallinn, Estonia.
Ooh, that's a pretty place.
Visby, Sweden.
Sweden.
And then back to Southampton. And like I said, it is on the Apex ship, which is a very interesting ship. It's a reverse bulbous bow. So instead of the top part of the bow being out further over, it's actually set back so that waves come up the sides. It's a much sleeker ship, saves gas.
Yep.
And you have much less, what is that called? Front end diving.
Yeah.
So this ship is supposed to be 80% more stable than any other cruise ship out on the market.
And the big orange thing on the side, that's some sort of
that is the
elevator deck. Yeah.
And there it's set up as a restaurant. But they also use it to disembark the ship.
Oh wow.
It goes up and down depending on weather.
Yep.
But just kind of a cool thing. Now, the one thing about Celebrity that I liked, I've already talked about this, but they cater more towards the adults. The rooftop garden, the
yep.
different little thing. It's more for adults. It's not that I don't like your kids. It's just mine are grown, raised, and don't live with me.
Yeah, I'm done with little ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, my last one, the Rome to Tampa,
yeah,
that was a Celebrity ship.
Yes, it was. And that sounds interesting, but I can beat it later. All right, what's your next one?
I'm trying to copy and paste this to. There we go. I think I got these in order now, like descending.
Okay.
No, wait a minute.
Oh, I just did this. Not this specific cruise.
This is a little bit different. And if you look, is this another Celebrity? Holland America line. Okay, so this is the Glacier Discovery. This is my number 8. Am I on number 8? I'm on number 8. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're doing good, my friend.
So this is Vancouver, British Columbia, up the Inside Passage to Juneau, Glacier National Park, College Fjord, and then Anchorage, Alaska. And I'm trying to find a picture of this boat. So day 1's Vancouver. Day 2 is scenic cruising on the Inside Passage, which I'm watching. Oh God, what's the wooden boat that just the one YouTube channel I watch? The English guy that put the wooden boat, Tally Ho. He's been cruising up the Inside Passage, doing sea trials on Tally Ho. Day three is Ketchikan, Alaska. Day 4 is Juneau. Day 5 is Skagway. Day 6 is Glacier Bay. This is cruising only. College Fjord, which is cruising, and then Whittier, Alaska. And I think they motor you, or they take you overland to Anchorage. But I've on traveling travels with Geordie, goes up that route. It's unbelievably beautiful. You've got these islands that have mountains on them to your left, and you've got mountain ranges on the right, and it just looks absolutely stunning. So I would love to do that cruise. Okay, that's me.
All righty. Let me. Mine is, we're back on Celebrity.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of those showing up.
This is on the Apex again.
Oh yeah,
but this is their Mediterranean cruise.
dude, that's my next one.
Mediterranean, Spain, and Portugal.
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah. Let me put my glasses on.
That's hilarious.
Southampton.
Yeah, England.
Porto. It just says Porto. I don't know what
Wait,
country.
where am I? Classic Caribbean. Wait.
Liexosis?
Oh, no, wait. Yours is different. I'm so sorry.
I sent you a link if you want to click on it.
Spain and Portugal. That's you. All right, which one's that one? Click. Come on. Spain and Portugal. Southampton. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Southampton at sea. Porto Liexoes. Liexoes. Liexoes, maybe?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. That's.
I mean, it's supposed to be a country of its own, apparently.
Really interesting.
It doesn't say that it's in any place. But I look at the map and I'm thinking that it's going to be France. No, that has to be Portugal. Anyways, it's a gorgeous looking town.
Yeah.
Just north of Lisbon, which is on my bucket list.
The Exois is in Portugal.
Okay. Gorgeous looking city. Look at the pictures.
Oh, I know, right?
Holy cow.
And then you go to Lisbon,
which is the first picture that you see with the yellow tower, the big castle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you know where I'm going when I go there.
Hey, not to bug you, but our timer's in the negative.
Oh.
Oops.
Oh, shite.
Just take 10 minutes off of whatever you're going to pop up there. We should be good.
Where is my timer? Oh, it's over here.
7. Maybe 30. There you go.
All right.
Beautiful.
But yeah, Lisbon has been on my bucket list for a long time. Did you see the downtown square?
No, I did. Few details. Oh God. Yeah. Hell yeah.
After that, we have Seville.
I would love to go to Seville. Holy shit.
A quaint Moorish feeling. A lot of the architecture that was built here was built during the Moorish Wars. So, very interesting town. Good quality food.
Your next couple ports are powerhouses.
Let's see here. Barcelona?
Oh God, yeah.
Anyone want to go to Spain? Oh, probably the best place in the world to pick up women. But then after that, you have Cartagena, Spain, which don't take that for the Cartagena.
In Mexico.
In South America.
Yeah.
But Cartagena, Spain has
yeah, that looks stunning too. Holy crap.
Cow. Oh, the views over the Med are just incredible. And
wait, is that Gibraltar on the other side? It's got to be. Holy
that is.
Cow. Yeah, holy cow.
That's the backside of Gibraltar. Wow, how cool is that?
Yeah, could you know? Yeah.
Well, that's
Cartagena.
okay. You get to go to Gibraltar right
next. Yeah.
But then you go to La Coruna, Spain. La Coruna, Spain, which is a seafaring city. It has been a port for over 2,000 years.
No, just part-time. Yeah, that's wicked cool looking.
But this to me was like, well, first off, you're getting to go on probably celebrity's best ship that they have right now. Even though if you go through the reviews and all this stuff, a lot of people are actually complaining about the Apex because it's built different than the cruise ships before it.
Whatever.
Different layouts, different whatever.
It's different. I don't like it. Whatever.
I don't care. It's a gorgeous ship. It's got great amenities.
Yeah.
I'm in. All right, anyways, that was my number 8. What's your number 7, my friend?
All right. So, did I pick the same one or not? No, I did not. Let me double check. Holland America. Okay, my number 7 is, let me pop that up. Come on. Oh my God. Copy. Paste. That should be right. This is the classic Caribbean cruise.
Ah, this is Windstar. You're talking about the sailing boat.
Yes. So this is hitting just a bunch of Caribbean ports. Phillipsburg and San Martin, Charlestown, Rosao, Meirau, Les Santes, Bastere, Gustavia, and Phillipsburg and San Martin.
All right,
accommodations and prices. I want to see the ship.
So Guadalupe, sorry.
Yeah.
Which is the Les Saints, something like that. Is one of the places that I want to go to visit for one reason and one reason alone. The TV show Death in Paradise is filmed on that island.
And for the life of me, I cannot find this ship, but it's like, it's a smaller vessel with some sails on it. Why do they not tell you the damn ship?
It's on windsurf.
Pick your perk. Yeah, look at that thing. It's like a small cruise ship with sail. It's gorgeous. Holy shit. But anyway, I just think that you'd be sailing kind of sort of in small group of people, and I just think that would be awesome. And that,
So windsurf is
Windstar.
No, windsurf is the ship that
okay,
the cruise that you were talking about. It hosts 342 guests. That's it.
Yeah.
I can guarantee this is going to be a very expensive cruise.
Yeah, I don't care, man. Look at that.
The bar is absolutely gorgeous. The decks are actually fairly large for it being a sailing vessel.
Yep.
And the guest rooms are not small.
I mean, they're, compared to the other ones on our list, they're smaller, but well laid out, superb amenities. it sounds like the food on this one is going to be just absolutely killer because they've got some kind of like outside barbecue and just all sorts of amazing stuff.
So here's what made me. I was just laughing a second ago because I was looking at boats all last week, and I found the Galleon 510, which I am absolutely in love with this boat. It's 52 feet long. I just looked at the beam of the ship that you were talking about is more than the $2 million boat I was looking at. It's got a 66-foot beam. That's not a small ship, man. It's 535 feet long at the waterline and 617 feet long from bow to stern.
Yeah, I would call, as cruise ships go, I would call it a medium size.
But
yeah,
it's an absolutely gorgeous looking ship. And the thing about Windstar Cruises that I love is that if you want to help put sails up, they will let you come help.
Oh, nice.
Which is so, I mean, I think that's freaking cool as shit that you're going to allow people to help put the sails up. The captain will even let you steer the ship.
I've tillered a couple sailing boats before. Okay.
Because the bridge it's got a bridge inside, but there's actually a bridge outside that people just literally can walk by.
Nice. Very nice. All right, man. Sorry, you're drinking there. What do you got next up on your list? Is this your number?
My next is not a celebrity cruise. Actually surprised by that. Let me bring this up.
Post it in chat or just showing it?
It's the next cruise has nothing to do with the cruise. It is all about the ship. This ship comes out summer of 2025, and it is called, I sent you a link, it is called the Star of the Seas by Royal Caribbean. This entire vessel is built solely for live entertainment.
My face is stuck in awe. This is Disney
on
the sea.
The seas.
Jesus Christ. What?
It is an extra large vessel that has a circus on it, that has multiple venues to see live shows.
Forget that, man. There's like 6 different water slides, 5 pools, zip lining around the ship. What the heck? Is that Cirque du Soleil played in there? What is that? Holy cow. Dude,
not just that, it has, if I remember correctly,
is that a pool above? Holy crap. Those pools that are like on the top floor of skyscrapers that stick out over the edge, they have that on the back of the boat. Holy crap.
Larger than life thrills, ladies and gentlemen. This boat just exceeds everything that's out to sea right now.
Dude, this is like a cruise ship on acid and meth simultaneously. Onboard experience. Oh my God.
Category 6 water park with inner tube rides for multiple riders to ride together. It's got the regular flow rider on it. It's got the Crown's Edge, which is an obstacle course in the air. You are literally strapped to a beam. And there's different things like walk the plank, where you walk out a girder that is hanging over the side of the ship.
Oh my God. I'm looking at just the pools. They have the Cove pool, the Cloud 17, the Hideaway, Swim and Tonic, the Grove Suite Sun Deck pool, and Water's Edge, Royal Bay, Splashaway Bay. Oh my God.
I mean,
dude, this is insane.
This boat is absolutely. What do you say about this?
They have putt-putt. Holy crap.
20 different restaurants.
Oh my God.
Including Celebration Table, Chops Grill, Lincoln Park Supper Club, Izuma's Hibachi and Sushi, Aquadome Market, which I think is their one of their buffets, Surfside Eatery, Surfside Bites, and Base Camp. Bars, the 1400 Lobby Bar, Rye and Bean, which is their whiskey and coffee bar.
Oh, God.
The Overlook Bar, Bubbles. Oh my gosh.
It's too much to take in.
You'd have to do at least a 5-day cruise so that you had one day out to sea just to go try to do everything.
There's no way. There's 5 days of exploring this ship minimum. Holy hell. And it's a monster ship. I would get lost on this thing.
It does have the H2WOA show, which, if you guys don't know what this is, it's an old-fashioned SeaWorld type show with divers.
Holy crap.
That are diving from the top of the ship into a pool in the back.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's just insane to watch. They have the High Jump and High Tech show, which is the stunt-filled skating spectacular. They have, this is one of the few cruise ships left that is doing Broadway shows on it.
Wow.
They are doing Back to the Future, the musical.
I've heard good things about that, actually.
I've heard great things. But like I said, from my
who cares where this ship is going? Who gives a crap?
My
they can stand at sea for 8 days. I don't care. Oh my God.
With what I did for a living for years, the marvel of watching the shows, to me, I mean, it's when I go to see a show, yes, I get excited. Yes, I enjoy the show and all that. But the first half an hour of a show, I'm literally trying to figure out how they're doing everything. So
I'm guilty of the same thing. I'm like, okay, how do they run that rig? How do they do that? How do they, yeah, I get it.
You know, these guys are diving into a pool that looks like it's a solid floor. how are they doing that and hitting their marks? And, just different things like that. Counting how long it takes the guy to get out of the pool afterwards. You know that they have underwater oxygen because he ain't popping up.
The Aquadome, absolute zero. Oh my God. Blues, Jazz, and Blues Club, dueling piano. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Okay.
daring divers leaping from 60 feet above the pool.
Jesus.
Now, I was in the Navy, and I think one of the biggest things that we were ever told was that if you jump off of a ship that's more than 80 feet tall, don't plan on surviving.
Oof.
That's why if you ever see me jump into a pool, I will cross my legs and I'll put my arms around my body like this to make it as tiny of a vessel as possible. But yet, when I was in the Navy and jumped 40 feet, it still hurt the bottom of my feet when I hit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, water gets to a point where it's a non-Newtonian fluid almost. You hit it fast enough, it's hitting a brick. Yeah, it's bad.
Now seeing Back to the Future, let's see if they have a blurb on this. Book by Bob Gale, music by Alan Silvestri and Glenn Ballard, based upon the music on the Universal Pictures movie written by Zemeckis and Gale. Blast to the past and introduce the entire family to Marty McFly's high-flying adventures as Back to the Future, the musical, travels straight from Broadway to Star of the Seas. So this is the only boat that you're going to be able to go to see the show.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't care where it's going. I am going to go onto this boat sometime in the next year.
Running time of 2 hours and 40 minutes. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Apparently this played in Cleveland in 2024. Son of a bitch.
Usually on cruise ships, though, they cut things down.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as a casino. If this show was showing in a casino, it'd be 90 minutes long.
The abridged version.
This has been the Davis and Davis Show. Remember, new episodes every Tuesday and Thursday. Thanks for listening.
Hey, make sure that you check back soon for part 2 of this podcast.